So just off to my friends.
To Wendy's.
TW.
TW12. I won't go to the second one down. Sorry, Wendy.
Oh, that's funny. I'm back in my old place where I used to live, and Frankie Jack's asleep, and Dexter.
Frankie Jack, has he pushed you out, baby?
Dexter, what are you doing? What are you doing pushing?
Yeah, you just pushed that little boy.
You just pushed a little boy out of his place.
Actually, he needs a good clean. Look, he's got...
You know what about you, Bo?
Hello, get your crisps.
And where did you get your crisps from?
In the car.
Uncle Scott.
Uncle Scott.
And where are we going today?
Dinosaur.
Well, we're going to try and see the dinosaurs. If we've got time, we're going to go to the Natural History Museum, but I don't know whether we're going to have a chance to do that. We're just catching the train in. I'm staying in my old digs when I used to live in, well, partly live in London, 5 days a week when I used to work here. And just catching the train in now to London Waterloo. And we're either going to go, it just feels like stepping back in time for me, it's so weird. Frankie Jack, listen, can you bring it, can you stand in here? And we're going up the Shard today, yeah. Oh, you've forgotten your sunglasses? Well, you've got 4 minutes. 3 minutes. Run, Papa, run. So just got to show you Waterloo, because Gary and I both got off the train and thought about the same thing, and that is that the clock up there, it always reminds us of Del Boy meeting Raquel when he says about that I think she's a lady of the night that comes up and he says, if you don't watch it, I'm going to shove these flowers right up your and the train goes. I've spent a lot of time at Waterloo.
She says that'll be extra.
Oh, and then she says that'll be extra. Yeah. Frankie Jack, fast asleep, so Gary and I are going to go for a walk on the embankment, because obviously we're here to do things together as a family, and if he's asleep it doesn't make sense to do the stuff, because Gary and I have done most of it. Oh look, he'd have loved to have seen that, wouldn't he? Frankie Jack, there's a big bear. There's a big bear, look. Look, 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 there's a big bear. Can you see the big bear? Look there. Go on then, you go over. Hey! Give a thumbs up. Right, you're going to think I'm an absolute idiot. So I had, look at the state of that from my barrel brush. I had the iron infusion yesterday, so I woke up today thinking I'm gonna feel amazing, even though he told me I wouldn't. It takes 6 to 8 weeks, but you know, in your head you think. So I mean, obviously I'm looking forward to doing everything that we're doing, but I still feel absolutely shattered, and it's like a drag to do everything. Not that I don't want to do it, I do, but I'm so tired. And I was hoping it might have been a glimmer. What is there, ladies there? I need the toilet. A glimmer of and I might have felt a bit better, but no. Hit it. This is razor sharp. For a little boy coming up the steps, wanting to do it himself. So he's cut himself there, and it's actually on the steps by the Nelson Mandela statue going on to the South Bank. Those are the stairs that he's just cut his head open.
That's it.
Nelson Mandela there. Unbelievable guy, wasn't it? Now we're going down to the South Bank. But we've just had to spend, bless his little heart. God, it breaks my heart. It's actually made me feel a bit, you know, when it just makes your stomach feel a bit ugh, when your little ones hurt themselves. So anyway, he was drinking his hot chocolate and then he said, Mummy, I think I feel better, but he's got a headache, so we've got him some Calpol. And I've wiped over with some wound things. Look, Gary just went back to Waterloo and got some stuff from the chemist. Really cool benches, aren't they? As always, there's always different things going on down the South Bank. You've got the Silver Jubilee walkway memorabilia that looks like a sort of a crown, almost like Vivienne Westwood's done it. I've done the London Eye with my really good friend Debbie. I did it many years ago with her and it was superb, but we're actually going up the Shard today, so we're not going to waste money on that as well. Charlie Chaplin. That's the London Eye. There's a girl dressed all in gold. I don't know what she's going to do, but I think she's putting her stuff forward. I wouldn't want to be queuing in that today. Then that's Big Ben, but can you imagine if you came to see Big Ben now and it was full of that scaffolding? You'd be absolutely mortified, wouldn't you? We're just going to walk across the bridge now and we're going to see the House of Parliament, but there's a lot of work going on at the moment. I reckon that's probably going to be like that. Does anybody know how long it is? Is it like 4 or 5 years? Anyway, we're going to walk across the bridge now. You see, as you're walking across the bridges now, they've got the metal barriers as well because of what happened in Borough Market, isn't it? It must be because of that.
Oh, somebody got killed on here.
Oh, did they? On this bridge? Yeah. Cracky, Mick.
There was somebody got knocked over into the river and died.
Oh, it's disgusting, isn't it? Oh, somebody's farted. That stinks. We need to eat. Oh, you'd be gutted, wouldn't you, if you rode from America or Australia to see Big Ben and you've got all scaffolding around it. This is obviously so they can't drive on the pavement, isn't it? Chill. His big monument there. That's fantastic. And these are obviously the Houses of Parliament. Fire engine. Coming around, hope everybody's alright. Is this where a lot of people come out camping when they're doing that?
Yeah.
That stuff against the government thing? Is it like on this lawn? Yeah, I thought so. You see it a lot on the news, don't you? A bit further back, aren't I? This is Westminster Abbey. So we're just having a really long walk, so we've come down off the South Bank. And that's Westminster Abbey. And we're carrying on walking up because we're going to go, that's the Abbey shop as well. So is that where you go down Parliament to Dean's Yard? Must be, mustn't it? Well, what's this then? Oh, is it part of the Abbey? Oh, I didn't know. Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, sorry, I'm wrong place then.
Oh, you edit this well.
Oh, I won't edit it at all. I'm not gonna try and hide that I didn't know. I'm not gonna hide that I'm a dozy twonk. Everybody knows that.
And here we are back in Burnley town centre.
So straight on. And I'm hoping, because Gary's made me take another turn in, we're not going to be able to. You wanted to see the Abbey? Oh, don't you tell fibs. I don't want to see the Trafalgar Square, so I'm hoping we're going to get to see it. But I don't think we are. This is crucial to, obviously, especially women. This is the Suffragette Memorial. So this tribute is erected by the Suffragette Fellowship to commemorate the courage and perseverance of all those men and women in the long struggle for votes for women, selflessly braved derision, opposition and ostracism, can't say it properly, many enduring physical violence and suffering. That is your Suffragette memorial. Sad, isn't it? Because that's, well, it's not sad, it's good, but it's sad what they had to go through. Because, and if it hadn't have been for that, we'd still be living in medieval times, and actually, sadly, a lot of other countries still are, and women are looked as second-class citizens. Oh, Winston Churchill. Yes, a Caxton Hall. So Winston Churchill spoke here at the former Caxton Hall between 1937 and 1942. Obviously, that was during World War II, wasn't it?
It was a long speech, wasn't it?
Why? Beautiful buildings though, isn't it? Yes, can you see the man with the blue coat on? And it's called the Blue Coat School, Ian Stewart. And it's got dresses in the window. Published in 1709, Blue Coat School is built of red and yellow brick with robbed brick and stone dressing at each corner. So Ian Stewart, the house of Ian Stewart. Designer bridal gowns, special occasion wear and evening gowns. God, that's amazing, isn't it? And into massive. What a beautiful place. Wow, look at that. They're going to be expensive, aren't they? Wow, look at that bird's nest. Oh, gosh, looks amazing. Look at that with the, in there. Oh my word. 6 little gems like this that you come across. So these are obviously going to all bloom. Oh my word, that's going to look magnificent when it blooms. Look at that. Wow. Wow. They've collected all leaves, look. And put them all on there. It's obviously, God, that's magnificent. Look at that. How phenomenal is that? It's making a real sort of feature, isn't it, of your shop. If I go round here, look, this is another entrance to his shop. It's with a back entrance. The House of Ian Stewart, designer bridal gowns, special occasion wear and evening gowns. The Blue Coat, Buckingham Gate, Caxton Street. Of course, but it's fortune. Look, you've got that massive love heart. Wow, that is fucking awesome. I love coming by beauties like that. That is absolutely awesome. What a building and what a feature they've put outside. Phenomenal. Right, onwards and upwards to Buckingham Palace. Along here we're going to be hitting Buckingham Palace, so we've walked on foot. This is often what Gary and I do when we're in cities, because often, like, you know what I just come across with Ian Stewart, you often come across weird and wonderful things like that. So in every city we've ever been, we often take to foot and just walk. Obviously get, you know, wherever you're staying in the concierge to go through it with you. But you just sometimes pick up things that are just, that Ian Stewart, oh my God. I've got to make like a bird's nest outside the front of my house. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try. See how I get on with it. I've just come past this as well, and it's got, can you see the boat? And then on the wall it says Office of the High Commission of the Kingdom of Swaziland. Just a little building. I think Gary's left me now. He's gone walking on ahead. Oh, it's the back of Buckingham Palace. I came round when Kate and Prince William got married. I actually came round here. I couldn't come during the day because, oh no, I wasn't working. I was out with the girls and we went to oh, I can't remember what park it was, but we went to, oh, it was in Clapham Common. We were out with loads of people and we were enjoying the, you know, the great atmosphere. But then what I did when I left them late at night, I actually came this very route. Because it was very late at night, so there was no crowds anymore. But I wanted to be able to see all the stands of all the news people, you know, and everything that was out around here, and it was fascinating. Absolutely, up this way. Oh yeah, crossover, sorry. It was absolutely fascinating to see it. And I also got to see, because it was when I very first joined Box Fizz, Princess Diana sadly passed, didn't she? 31st of August, I think, or 30th of August. And I was travelling back down, so on our first show that we ever did together as a band, with obviously Dave Van Day and Mike Nolan, was on Generation Game. You can actually get it on YouTube. I'll try and put a link to this so you can watch it. But I was on the Generation Game with Jim Davidson. So what we did was, afterwards, we got in the car and we went to Kensington Palace to see all those flowers and all the candles that were lit. And it was spectacular. So sad, but spectacular. And I was going to go to the funeral, but a couple of people pulled out at last minute, and I was only 19, 20, and I thought, oh, it's a bit unsafe to go on my own, which I should have really just bitten the bullet and done it, shouldn't I? Anyway, Buckingham Palace. For anybody that hasn't seen it, I'm going to wake the little man in a minute, but let's come round. So, obviously, when Prince William and Meghan Markle have their child, there'll be a stand here that will announce the birth of their child, because that happened when Kate and William had theirs. So it's just here, there's a stand that they put out. I don't know what time the changing of the guards are here. Looks like they've got, you know, when we went to see Windsor, if you watched another one, if you haven't and this is your first vlog you've seen with me, we went to see the change of the guards in Windsor, and it was the Gurkhas, and it looks like the Gurkhas, all the raw mules and shot. Look, it's always very busy, but of course it is half term. I thought we were actually going to be walking down Pall Mall, but so this is Buckingham Palace, and one of these railings here will have been where Meghan Markle had a picture with her and her friend when she was about 14 years old outside the palace, and she had a crown on her head. And then of course she did that interview with the press when she got engaged, saying she'd never even heard of who the royal family was. And there was a picture of her sat outside Buckingham Palace with a crown on her head. I felt that was a little bit strange. I don't know whether she didn't know who they were, I'm not so sure, but I just found the whole thing a little bit odd. Of course, that's the balcony where they all stand. It's magnificent, isn't it? Can you imagine? Let's go home, James. Let's go home, Philip. Magnificent. They used to do tours and we missed it. I wonder if they still do that tour. So really we need a picture of Frankie Jack, so we're going to wake him up, bless him. Frankie Jack, this is where the Queen lives. Okay, this is what you were like with the Eiffel Tower, wasn't it? Oh, fabulous. The weekend we've got, so there's Buckingham Palace, can you see it? And we're just going to actually walk now down Pall Mall. I bought a Fitbit, and they bring the Fitbit. Gary's forgotten his phone, and I'm running out of juice now, so if I put another app on, I'm not going to be able to get when we go up the Shard for afternoon tea either, and obviously want to catch all of that, so I've got to be careful what I'm filming now, which is a shame, but I've got my charger. Oh, excuse me, window box. So I'm hoping that I can plug in when we get to the Shard. Buckingham Palace is down there, and we're just taking a walk down Pall Mall. I thought I hadn't walked it before, but now I'm thinking I did, because I think I did it with my brother. And I'm sure my bearings have really gone with not being in London the same, because I used to know all the nippy shortcuts, and because it's quite compact is London, you don't really need to do the underground, not unless you really have to. I'm sure that's St James's Park, one of the parks. off Pall Mall or Buckingham Palace actually holds the memorial to Princess Diana, which I've seen, but I can't remember which one. My bearings have been really poor. I feel like I have had baby brain. I haven't had brain fog, which is to do with iron deficiency. Yeah, so we're coming up to, so this leads up to Trafalgar Square. Trafalgar Square's at the top, but not Trafalgar Square. It is Trafalgar Square, isn't it? Yeah, Trafalgar Square. Leads back down to Pall Mall to Buckingham Palace. That's where we're walking up to now. And then we're going to catch, we're either going to try and walk to London Bridge, but we don't know whether it's going to be a really long way and whether we'll get there in time. It is so warm. It is really warm today. It's like a hot summer's day, and this is why I can't understand people with great big thick coats on and the scarves. I don't get it because it's so warm. So this is Trafalgar Square with the big lions, the National Art Gallery, a load of... they always put, I don't know whether you can see it, but they always put a different monument on the back. So there's monuments on all four corners. And then on the back monument, they always put somebody's different. But I don't know how long it stays there for. So you've got the big lions. Nelson's column. Useless. National Art Gallery. So you've got a wonderful 2 fountains either side. But this is the statue I'm talking about. So now whether that's been up for a while, but as far as I knew, they gave that pillar to somebody every so often to put a monument on there, because a woman, I don't really remember her, many years ago, she had a baby, she was pregnant, she had a baby, and she had, I don't think she had any limbs, so no arms and no legs, or did she have arms and no legs, I can't remember, and they put her monument up there. So here we go, I think it'll probably have it, so that kind of looks like a man turned into some sort of beast, doesn't it? It says the invisible enemy should not exist. The Mayor of London. He's running up. Are you going to sing London is the place for me? We can't come up because we've got the pram. Do you want to go and see the big lions? Come and have a look at the big lions. London is the place for me. This is actually where they hold London Gay Pride as well. And 4 years ago, I had the privilege of hosting it. Somebody's up there, I don't know, protesting. I had the privilege of hosting it with a few different hosts, but one of them was Dr. Christian. He were fab. I'll leave you a link to that because I did some filming behind the scenes. So I'll leave a link in the description below for you to be able to see that that film with Dr. Christian. And who else was there? Samantha Fox. Oh, there was a whole host of people. I can't remember. I was very heavily pregnant. I would have been about 8 months pregnant, 8.5 months pregnant. So here's the big lions. Well known. I wonder if we get Frankie Jack up there. I love this photo. Yay! Just had a little bit of a blast from the past of Gary and I, because this, many years ago, was where we bought our first pair of flippers and snorkels when we were going, was it Barbados? Mauritius, when we were going to Mauritius, and we've still got those upstairs in the loft. Gosh, that's unreal, isn't it? Call me a weirdo, but I love walls like that with all the moss and the leaves coming out of it. Embankment Station. We're heading across one of the big bridges again. This is we're back bound round by the London Eye, and you can see the Shard straight ahead of you. If I just point my finger there, that's where the Shard is, so that's where we're heading now. And actually, we've never done it before. This is the first time that Gary and I have ever been up the Shard. The Oxo Tower there That's very well known. I've eaten in there with my friends, but God, I'm really disappointed with the food. It wasn't very, very good. That's got to be St Paul's Cathedral, hasn't it? St Paul's Cathedral in front of you. I don't know whether you can see that there. It's massively fashionable again from Mary Poppins. Everybody wants to see it. Actually, that would be a good one to go and stand in front of. I don't know, that's quite far from the Shard, isn't it? We have done some miles, and here we are. We've landed at what's it called? Shard. Honestly, this is Nelson's Column. Commend London Borough Market because it's fab. You get some street food and just sit there on the grass eating it if the weather's good. It's really good. Here we go, here's the start of it. Is it London Borough Market? Doesn't that have something to do with the Jack the Ripper as well? I'm sure we were round by London Borough Market down the back ends where we did some of the killings. We did the Jack the Ripper tour, did Gary and I. Oh my God, it was so cold and it was really eerie. We did it in March, didn't we, where it was bitter. It wasn't like this, was it? It was so cold. It was for your birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah. It's worth doing. Oh sorry, so Borough Market is behind all this now. And then the Shard's there. We should be able to see the, is it called the nugget or the egg? What's the other one called?
The gherkin.
The gherkin.
How many times have I corrected you today? It's a good friggin' egg.
Nugget, egg. Oh, honestly, my head, I can't even think straight. We enjoyed our amazing day out in London. The Shard for afternoon tea will be coming up tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to leave your comments section below. Love you lots as always. And I'll see you tomorrow.